Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to give you guys a cute little easy one for possibly Valentine's Day or just for fun. So I'm going to be using some fine glitter from Recollections or Recollections. I did find mine at Micheals. You might be able to find it at your nearest Joann's or Hobby Lobby. You might be able to find it online, on eBay, Amazon. But mine I found here in Canada, in Ontario at Micheals. So what I'm going to start off with is some nice bright candy apple red Folkart paint. And I'm going to paint on my, oh, it's smiling. My paint was smiling at us. Oh, so cute. Now I'm just going to sketch on with my paintbrush the shape, general shape of lips. Now these are not Kylie Jenner lips. These are not anyone else's lips. These are the kind that I've just come up with on my own. And sometimes it's hard to draw lips. So I'm going to do this the easiest way I can. So right now, kind of looks like a really thin red mustache. I'm going to add a little smile underneath here. Um, I am going to change this up a little bit afterwards when I paint it all in with red and before we make it sparkly. So this is how I do it. It kind of looks like a little mustache still. So, but yeah, this is the only way I know how to do lips, and it seems to work out okay for me. Now I'm going to work on the bottom lip. And I do it a little differently from the top lip. I don't do that little smile in the center. I just do two lines coming down into a little point there in the center. I will be outlining this with black and covering it with glitter. So I'm going to sponge this all out using this little Craft Smart sponge dauber. I will leave a link down below. Check down below. That's where the description is. So if you're unable to find the description of my videos where I hide all the secrets, definitely just kind of scroll down. If you're on a laptop or a PC, I'm pretty sure all you have to do is scroll down. Before you get to the comments, there's a section that will allow you to see more, or there might be a down arrow, and that is the description box. And that is basically where I get to put in all the links and everything that you guys need in order to work on this tutorial with me. So you can still see the shape of the lips, but I'm going to be taking that all out. I'm going to be sponging it all out with red and then letting it dry. And then I'm going to take a black paintbrush and go in and find my shape again. So it's just so that I have a nice even area. There's no lumps or bumps. I wanted to just kind of have a nice even area to work with to find my lip shape again. So you don't have to do this. Sometimes when I'm showing you guys what to do, I find an easier way to do it, or maybe a way that's not going to look so bad, and I do it as we go. So I did have the shape of the lips there just to kind of give you an idea, but now I'm finding the shape again with my black paint and my fine lining brush. Now, I did share the link to my fine lining brush recently on Facebook, and a lot of you have tried it and it's worked wonders, and others have tried it and it's still not quite what they were hoping for. So my best suggestion is just working from my personal experience and finding this brush that works for me. Is I did have to do it a few times before I got it right. Basically you cut off like 90 to 95% of the hairs on the brush, and you only keep 5%. And I usually go off to one side. I don't have them spread apart at all. I try and keep them off to one side so that they all stay together and they don't separate, and they work really great for fine lining. So definitely don't give up if you've tried to do my fine lining brush and it didn't work out. Try again. I promise you, it has definitely worked for me and has worked for probably hundreds of others. And yeah, it saves you from having to go out and buy fancy schmancy brushes that might not even do what you're wanting it to do to begin with. So definitely check out the tutorial. If you can't find the description, like I said, go to my channel, click videos. All of my videos are there. I believe there's like 114 or so. There might be more, I don't even know. But all my videos are there. My fine lining brush is there. So I have used black paint to go in and find my shape again. You can always fix it and let it dry and go back again and find the shape when if you make mistakes or anything. So just try and stay within the shape. Don't sponge outside the black line because we don't want to get that red paint all over the beautiful stone. So I am going to be adding, now that this red paint has dried and I have found my black area again and I've outlined everything, you can see it's very matte right now, so it is dry. Now if you want to leave it like this and not add glitter, make sure you add a couple of coats of the red paint and then seal it. But I am going to add glitter, but I'm going to first start by adding some triple thick again. I use this, like I said, as a glue, but I also use it to hold my glitter. So I'm going to do a coat underneath the glitter to get the glitter to stick to the lips. And then I'm going to do another coat over top of the glitter to keep the glitter in place. So it's always handy to have a little bottle of triple thick or even a little bottle of clear crafting glue. But just make sure you watch for the dry times. Make sure you don't try and seal it with resin until it's completely dry, because or else it might bubble or depending on what kind of sealer you're using as well. If you're not using resin, just always make sure everything is completely dry before you seal it. So I'm doing a nice thick layer of this DuraClear, and I'm only going to do one lip at a time, simply because when you're adding glitter and all of that, this glue will dry quickly, and I don't want to miss any spots. So I'm going to do the top lip first, let it dry, sweep it off, and then do the bottom lip and make sure that all areas are covered that need to be covered. So you can always go back and do this once, twice, 3 times, as many times as you want, as many times as you need to fill in all the areas with glitter. But regularly I do just small areas at a time, so half a lip, and then let it dry and go back and do the other lip, and it's just easier. The glue is still nice and wet when I put it on, and then the glitter sticks to it really well, and we don't have to worry about blank areas. So I'm using a large, soft, like fan brush, and I'm just gently sweeping across all the glitter and making sure that anything that isn't supposed to be there is all swept away. And make sure you do all of your glitter work, like I said, on top of paper, and then none of this glitter will go to waste. So I can see a couple of little blank areas. I'm going to fill those in with glue and then do the bottom lip with glue and cover the whole thing in glitter and let it dry. And it's just this step again that I just did, only it's for the bottom lip. So you can see a little bit of black paint right through that red on the bottom lip, but you're not going to be able to see that once it's covered in glitter. But you will see that if you're not going to be using glitter. That's why I recommend a couple of coats of whatever color hot lips you plan on doing. So I filled in any areas that I missed on the top lip, and I filled in the bottom lip. So it has dried, even though it didn't look like I let it dry. That's the magic of videos. I can edit all that boring time out while it was drying. So it is dry. I'm just going to go in and make sure that all the excess glitter is gone and nothing is where it shouldn't be. And then I'm going to make sure that there's the inner black area doesn't have any glitter in there. And if it does, but it won't come off, I'm going to just cover it with black paint. So these look beautiful just like that. If you wanted to leave it like that, that's totally something that you're able to do as well. but I am going to be giving it a resin bath, of course. Now this stone is going to change a little bit. Actually, it's going to change a lot. It looks quite gray right now. When I resin it, it's going to go almost a black color with little white flecks through it, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I can't wait to show you guys. So now that this glitter has been brushed away and everything is where I want it to be, except for there's a little piece in the center I'm going to have to paint over. I am covering it all with triple thick glaze again. So we did a layer underneath the glitter. Now we're doing a layer over top. And this is simply to hold all of our glitter onto the lip area instead of it traveling anywhere else on the rock once we seal it. So I definitely recommend whenever you use glitter, you want to cover it in a glue of some sort prior to sealing, because or else it's definitely going to go in all different directions that you may not want it to go in. So this already looks really, really cool. You can kind of see that the triple thick is still drying, so there's a bit of a fog to it, but the glitter is starting to shine through. So now it's dry and it looks really textured because that glitter has a texture to it. But the triple thick does help with the texture a little bit so that you can add your little white blips onto the lips to make them shine even more. So I will hold it up a little bit so that you can see where I've put the little bits of white. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing to make my hot lips hot. They're already glittery, but they are going to be even more shiny very, very soon, guys. Don't hold your breath. Here it comes. There we go. What do you think, guys? Look at that beautiful stone to begin with. Let's appreciate that. The flecks of white and gray through there is just beautiful, just stunning. I did use another color on a Santorini stone behind there. You can use whatever color you want for your lips. They will all end up looking absolutely gorgeous. I love you. Bye, guys.